Hey everybody, John from Movie Burners here, back with another movie review, and today I'm going to be discussing my second in a two-part Harry Potter review special, if you like, and as I says, it's my personal favourite Harry Potter film from the original 7-film franchise. I'm talking about the 2009 release, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, directed of course by Mr. David Yates, a man absolutely synonymous with the franchise. It really follows Harry in his 6th year at Hogwarts, and it continues the ever darker tonal descent which really started all the way back in the 3rd iteration, Prisoner of Azkaban. Right from the start, this film had me hooked with a stunningly shot double opener. The first involving Bellatrix Lestrange, played by the fantastic Helena Bonham Carter, Narcissa Malfoy, played by Helen McCrory, and Professor Severus Snape, played by Alan Rickman. And it really lets us see the major plot point that really defines the film going forward, i.e. Draco being tasked with murdering Dumbledore, and Snape entering into an unbreakable vow to help should he fail. The second of these openers involves Harry himself being whisked away from a potential date with a muggle to help Dumbledore try and woo former potions Professor Horace Slughorn back to Hogwarts. This second one featured a wonderful visual moment where a destroyed looking living room was restored using magic, and it was just delightful on the eyes. Now I'll try and not get into a full blown plot summary because the film is nearly 10 years old now, and I'm not stupid and I know most will know it by heart at this point, but needless to say, it features an enjoyable and beautifully woven multi-perspective plot, with Harry paying regular visits to Dumbledore's office for secret meetings to learn more about Tom Riddle's backstory, the nature of Horcruxes, whilst also dealing with the realities of teenage life, hormones, and his secret affection for Ginny. And finally also keeping an excessive eye on Draco Malfoy, who he suspects of now being a Death Eater. Rightly suspects, as we already know. This is only Harry's perspectives too. We also have the side plot of Ron and Hermione's will they won't they romance, interrupted in the middle with the former's brief fling with the bunny boiler that is Lavender Brown. There's also the long-awaited humanising perspective of Draco's character, a chap who had long been a two-dimensional bully, whilst the effects of Voldemort's continuing rise to prominence outside the bubble of Hogwarts is also showcased brilliantly. It's difficult to really pinpoint what it is that propels this above the others. For me, is my favourite because quite frankly I enjoy every one of them, but I think it's probably a combination of factors really, which I'll try and get into just now. Firstly, the visuals in the Half-Blood Prince are just stunning. The colour palette, I don't know if it's just me, but it looks ever so slightly flat, and there's a darkness to nigh on every scene that really adds to the dread and sense of foreboding building within the story, whilst the sweeping shots of turrets, and a real emphasis for me anyway on the changing seasons, and cinematography in general was great. The score too is probably my favourite outside the John Williams magic from the first two. I can't really emphasise just how much this impacted on my enjoyment of the film. In Noctem is spine-tinglingly beautiful, and the other standouts are Harry and Hermione, Snape and the Unbreakable Vow, Farewell Aragog, Dumbledore's Farewell, and The Friends. It's a testament to how good it is that I'm rhyming off a good half a dozen there, and also that I can visualise each of the scenes whilst just listening to the soundtrack. Another reason for enjoying it was probably Ron finally getting his moment in the spotlight as the Gryffindor Quidditch keeper, which should have came in the Order of the Phoenix of course, but was inexplicably left out. I think the acting in the main is outstanding here too, the younger actors in particular, more than matching their vastly more experienced elders. Daniel Radcliffe, Rupert Grint and Emma Watson showcase brilliant chemistry together and play off one another well. They carry the film with absolute ease. But the standouts are the late great Alan Rickman, Tom Felton and Jim Broadbent. Snape has and always will be my favourite character in the series. I loved him before the poignant reveal in the Deathly Hallows, and I only love him more after it. Draco, as I said, was a fairly two-dimensional minor villain for the majority of the films, but he's so emotionally drained and conflicted in this film, which serves to humanise him, and you can't help but feel for the plight that he's suffering. And Slughorn is just a great character, period. Special mentions to Evanna Lynch as the eccentric Luna Lovegood, she was great, Frank Dillon as a young Riddle, and Robbie Coltrane as the wonderful Rubeus Hagrid too. In the end, there's just so much to enjoy in this film with very little, if any, downsides. There's a real mixture of emotions in there with great moments of humour, action, poignancy, and also genuine sadness. Even the spells and the magic had never looked better at this point, and the barnstorming finish with the reveal of the Half-Blood Prince's true identity at the end was great. And now, as I says, this is my all-time favourite Harry Potter film, and with that comes the inevitable recommendation that I'll be given for this film. If you haven't, for whatever reason, seen a Harry Potter film, then you really are missing out, because they are truly brilliant films from start to finish, and I'll be giving this a 4 out of 5. Remember guys, if you're enjoying the content we're putting out, then be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube and iTunes, and give us a little follow on Facebook at Movie Burner Entertainment and on Twitter at Movie Burners. You can also catch up with all the latest reviews we're putting out at the Movie Burner blog on movieburnerentertainment.org. Until the next time, goodbye.